Hey, I'm Moskal here, and we're talking about personal development, specifically being reasonable. And one of the topics we're going to discuss here is the controversial subject of homosexuality. We're going to start this by talking about some of the studies, and then we're going to finish it up by sharing a story from a man that works in construction, Gay Eddie. So the first point here, in 1970, Laud Humphreys published the book Tea Room Trade, and if you're unfamiliar with this, what he did was pose as the watch queen in public restrooms, and when men would come in, engage in homosexual activity, and then when they would leave, he would write down their license plate number. He had a friend that worked in the police department, and he'd gotten some ethical whatever debate about it, but he went to his friend that worked in the police department, found out where these men lived, and then went and interviewed them under a different idea. But what he discovered was that many allegedly straight men were the guys that were engaging in this homosexual activity in public restrooms, which sure brings a lot of question or light to especially the idea that it's a choice. I don't know about you, but I sure don't feel like my sexuality is a active choice that I'm making. It's not Friday and I'm choosing between pursuing a man or a woman. And here's kind of the best part about, not only is it good to support homosexuality, I in fact encourage it, because the truth is that's one less guy I have to compete with. Furthermore, if you ask any woman in the world, chances are she'll tell you that some of the best looking men are gay. How great is that? Not to mention women that like other women. I think that's awesome. But in addition to that, it's not just humans. In the animal kingdom, from dogs to the monkeys to horses to bears, homosexuality exists. And some of our most masculine, biggest, toughest people in our society, prisoners, engage in homosexuality. Not all of them, but many of them will do this, no problem with it. And you've probably heard somebody say, as long as they keep it out of my face, blah, blah, blah. Well, one gentleman I was talking to said, look, the straight lifestyle is not only in every gay individual's face, it's shoved down their throat, from television to being on the street, you name it. So it's important to have some compassion, some understanding, some empathy, some reasonability. And there's two stories I want to share with you here. One, when I was a youngster and a teenager, I worked construction for all of about a week. But one of the guys on our crew was Gay Eddie. Really nice guy, but the whole reason he worked construction was because the type of men he liked were alleged straight men. And the last story is, while most of America may be, okay, or may have taken that lesson from Seinfeld many years ago, there's nothing wrong with it. But currently I live in South Carolina, and South Carolina is not a gay-friendly state, especially compared to living in New York or Orlando, Florida, or, going down to South Beach. But anyways, there was a gentleman I was talking to. He was in his 40s, maybe even 50s, and he shared with me that he was gay, but he hadn't told, I don't think it was more than 3 or 4 people, including even his own family members. Rise above this stuff. Don't pass the judgment. These folks, it really is something admirable to not only go against everything that society says, everything, even to alienate or to lose those relationships with your family members. I mean, that's really principled. That's no matter what it is. Martin Luther King said something, and I might be paraphrasing slightly here, but a man hasn't truly lived until he's found something and a real value that he's willing to die for. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Coming up next here, we're going to be talking about the origin of life and whether or not it was the Big banger, or Adam and Eve, or Adam and Steve if you prefer. If you'd like to know some more, we're going to include a link in the description to our website for some more tips. We've also got a free report. You can find any one of my 9 books now, including The Magical Message of Success, at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, on the Kindle, and in iTunes, also on the audio book. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Please like this video. Please have a fantastic afternoon, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.